Standard 9, Subject Maths 1, Chapter number 6, Financial Planning. Students, in this video, we are going to learn about levying of tax or taxation, and we will also solve practice set 6.1, sum number 1 and 2. Levying of taxes or taxation. Now, in this unit, we will learn about what is tax and different types of taxes. The government makes a plan and schemes for the development of the nation and for public welfare. Huge fund and large amount of money is required for successfully implementing these schemes by charging different types of taxes. These funds are generated for implementing these schemes. The taxes are utilized for first, provision for infrastructure and basic amenities. 2. Implementing various welfare schemes. 3. Implementing the schemes of development research in various fields. 4th. Maintaining the law and order. 5th. Giving aid to people affected by natural disaster. 6th. Defense of our country and its citizen. There are two types of taxes, direct taxes and indirect taxes. Direct taxes are paid directly by the taxpayer. Example, income tax, wealth tax, professional tax, custom duty. Indirect taxes are not paid directly by the taxpayer. Example, central sales tax, value added tax, service tax, excise duty. These taxes are existing tax structure. Students, now let us see practice set 6.1. Question number 1. Alka spent 90% of the money that she receives every month and saves rupees 120. How much money does she get monthly? Solution. Suppose Alka receives rupees X per month. Now Alka spent 90%. That's why we'll say, therefore, Alka's expenditure is 90 upon 100 x, which is equal to 9x upon 10. Now, saving is equal to income minus expenditure. Alka's saving is 120 equal to income x minus expenditure 9x upon 10. Now multiplying both the side by 10 we get, therefore 120 into 10 is equal to 10x minus 9x. Therefore 1200 is equal to 10x minus 9x. Therefore 1200 is equal to 1x. So 10x minus 9x is 1x. Alka 1200. Second, Sumit borrowed a capital of 50,000 to start a business of food products. In the first year, he suffered a loss of 20%. He invested the remaining capital in new business of Sweet Mart and made a profit of 5%. How much was his profit or loss on his original capital? Now students, let's see the solution. Here is the solution. Now, Sumit suffered a loss of 20% on capital 50,000. So, Sumit loss is equal to 20% of rupees 50,000. 20% is 20 upon 100 into 50,000, that is rupees 10,000. Now, Sumit's capital is equal to, that is original capital minus loss. Now his original capital is 50,000 minus loss is 10,000, that is rupees 40,000. Sumit started his new business with this 40,000 where he got 5% profits. So Sumit profit is equal to 5% of rupees 40,000. 5% is 5 upon 100 into 40,000, that is rupees 2,000. Now let's see capital on hand, which is equal to rupees 40,000 plus 2, that is rupees 42,000. Now Sumit capital on hand is less than original capital, that means he incurred loss. So therefore loss is equal to, let's see, loss is equal to original investment minus investment at hand. So original investment is 50,000 minus 42,000, that is rupees 8,000. Now loss percentage. So percentage of loss is equal to loss upon original investment into 100. So loss is 8,000, original investment is 50,000 into 100, that is 16%. Answer: Sumit incurred a loss, that is 16% loss on his original. Thank you.